Welcome back to another reading from the private journal of Bill the Vampire. All of this was compiled from the Facebook page of Bill Ryder. Written by him in his own words. Episode 16.
Turd?
What?
Oh, Jesus. Sorry, dude. My bad. I thought you were a Bigfoot. You are a large human being. Jesus. We really are trolling the bottom of the barrel for these narrator people.
Sick. No way. You're the vampire dude. They said you were a total dick.
Wait, who said I was a dick? And, oh, hello. Is that what I think it is? Are you high?
Bro.
Hell yeah. Looks like they finally hired a good one. You, my friend, can stay.
Oh, wait. Don't we have to plug something first? They handed me the script, but I think I lost it.
Nah, we're good. The only thing we need to plug is this bong.
And now, episode 16 of the private journal of Bill the Vampire. The Sea Monster Cruise. Ooh.
August 10th, 2014. Dad called. He and Mom are going on a cruise to Bermuda and they invited me along. Some bullshit about getting an extra ticket at a discount rate. I'm not sure. On the one hand, being locked in my cabin during the day while all the bikini babes are out frolicking is gonna suck. On the upside, nobody says they gotta change out of those bikinis once the sun goes down. Then there's the problem of Mom and Dad noticing little things like me drinking blood. Fuck it. Free vacation for me. August 12th. I like Ed, but I've come to the conclusion that he must die. Apparently he snuck out for coffee last night with Sally and spilled the beans about my cruise. Just got a call from Boston telling me that since I'm going to be in the area anyway, they've decided to schedule treaty negotiations with the Luscanians, whatever the fuck those are, to coincide with my trip and are putting me in charge of hammering out an alliance. Time to go amend my revenge list. August 21st. I made the mistake of calling Colin and asking if he could send me anything on these whatever the fucks I'm supposed to be speaking with while going on that cruise with Mom and Dad. So he FedExed me this freaking heavy tome bound in 2 halves of a big-ass clamshell, featuring moldy old parchment containing some language that was probably last spoken by cavemen on a quest for fire. Fuck it. I'm putting this thing on eBay. August 24th. 1 week until my cruise, unless you're Colin, in which case you think it's 2 weeks. Of course, Tom isn't helping things. He keeps walking around muttering quotes from H.P. Lovecraft books, trying to freak me out. Thinking I may need to leave a paper bag of fresh dog shit under his bed as a parting gift. And with strange eons, even death may die, but the smell sure won't. August 31st. Made it to the ship after explaining to Mom and Dad how hoodies and a ski mask on a sunny day was the new look for us crazy kids. Just checked into my cabin, I guess. God damn, my closet at home is bigger than this. Jeez, reruns of The Love Boat made it seem like these things would be huge. Not that I ever watched that show, of course. Oh well, it's freedom on the high seas for me, at least past sundown, for the next week. Fuck the supernatural world and the impending apocalypse because the free will is on vacation. Here's to swimming with bow-legged women. September 1st. Heading to the lounge to grab a few drinks when I passed a crewman in the hall who stopped and saluted. Greetings, free will. All glory to the first. That's not a promising sign. September 5th. Holy fuck! The things we're talking to are 10-foot-tall octopus men. Forget that book Colin sent me. I should have brought my Call of Cthulhu player's manual. Oh, speaking of that book, I guess I probably should have leafed through it after all before hawking it. Apparently it contains some greeting ritual we were supposed to do lest we risk gravely insulting our hosts. Oops, this is going to be fun. Go figure. Negotiating with the pissed-off giant relatives of the calamari I had as an appetizer last night has been about as fun as one would expect. Good thing these fuckers haven't seen Pirates of the Caribbean 2. Otherwise, they'd probably be even more upset by the Davy Jones impersonations I've been doing all day. The cruise ship was temporarily docked on the other side of the island we were on. The moon was out, and it was quite nice. Peaceful, really. The breeze was cool, too. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, and this happened when we took a short recess. I wandered off, found this big-ass pool of water, and decided it would be the perfect time to heed nature's calling. All I will say is that if you're a group of fucking octomen and you're negotiating with people from out of town, you could at least have the courtesy to put up a sign that says, "Don't piss in the home of our god." Oh well. At least they didn't take my phone when they tossed me in this cage to await sacrifice. September 7th. So I was pretty much sitting here in a cage with my thumb up my ass for the past day. At least these underwater assholes left me in the shade. I was starting to get a bit nervous because every so often the water would start bubbling violently like there's something big swimming below. But, lo and behold, Colin came through. He showed up a little while ago and they let me out. Of course, right after I swallowed my pride and thanked him, he let it slide that he was happy to let me rot. But James called and ordered him to do otherwise. To make matters worse, apparently I must perform some sort of penance to make up for the sin of pissing on their deity. Safe to say this fucking vacation is getting a pretty lousy review on Yelp. September 8th. So, the Luscanians, as Colin reminded me they're called, ordered me to catch the favorite food of their god as an offering of penance. So, basically the fuckers want me to become a glorified waiter for whatever monstrosity they're dumb enough to prostrate before. It's supposed to be some sort of rare lobster that lives offshore. Knowing my luck, it's some 10-foot-tall prehistoric freak covered in razor-sharp spines. Oh well, not my problem. I dove into the water while Colin was there waiting with them, then doubled back and ran for the ship. Sitting on deck enjoying a margarita now as we shove off for home. Bon voyage, asshole! Better hope octopus gods don't like vampire assholes as a side dish. Heh! September 9th. Was hanging out on deck, talking to some cutie over banana daiquiris in the tiki bar when it felt like the ship shuddered for a second. Now the captain is on the PA system asking that passengers please return to their cabins for some bullshit reason. I knew it was too easy. Hopefully Google has some tips on how to kill octopi. September 10th. Whoa! It's like Die Hard, except on a boat with tentacle monsters. Note to Author Monkey, don't even think of trying to steal that idea. Most of the passengers, including Mom and Dad, are locked up tight in their cabins. Judging by my vampire hearing, a lot of them are having sex. Assholes. Me, I'm skulking through the decks, trying to fight off octopus monsters and keep a few of the crew from getting themselves killed. So far, kind of failing on that last one. Oops. One plus to this, Colin apparently got his panties in a bunch. His goons are on board looking for me too. That would be bad, except for the fact that I'm the free will, bitches. Just snuck up on one of them and managed to put the bite on. Dear Colin, if you're reading this, ho, ho, ho. Now I have your lackey's power and his silver stake. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker! September 11th. All day and all night it was a combination of biting other vamps, staking their asses, then beating the piss out of Cthulhu spawn. I'm telling you, fuck Destiny. This shit would make for an awesome video game. Of course, then I found Colin, lounging in his mega cabin. It's just you and me now. Him. I am well aware, as you can tell by the look of boredom on my face. Fuck you, dude. This time, you're going down. Going down? I should think not with one such as you. I thought that was what you kept dear Sally around for. Regardless, it's... Tell me, Free Will, was the assistance I sent you of any help? What assistance? Him. The vampires, of course. You didn't send any. Of course I did. I liquidated our truce with the Luscanians and sent help once I heard you were in trouble. Screw that. Nobody is going to believe. And I obviously radioed ahead to James and let him know. Insert shit-eating grin. Fuck! September 14th. I decided the cruise home would be best served with lots of booze to numb the idiocy. Despite the goo, blood, and other assorted grossness in the halls, the official story the crew shared was a minor engine malfunction that needed to be fixed. Yeah. And of course no mention of yours truly to be found. After getting good and shit-faced the next day, I decided to give Colin a piece of my mind, only to find out he'd been airlifted out. Asshole. I did get a cool souvenir, though. After the cleanup was done, I found a small piece of tentacle behind a deck chair. Damn thing was still wriggling and all. Despite having seen way too many horror movies, I decided to keep it because, well, a fuckload of tropical drinks can make any idea seem good. Finally got back in last night and tossed it in the freezer to keep it from doing whatever evil I'm sure it was destined for. Woke up this morning to a strange smell. Came out to find Tom in the kitchen asking me if I wanted any leftovers from the calamari he'd just fried up for breakfast. September 15th. Sally called to tell me that James is looking for a full briefing on my diplomatic mission to the land of the Octomen. I wonder if the word clusterfuck will suffice or if he'll require more detail. Hi everybody, it's me, Bill the Vampire. So, Author Monkey, aka this magical shithead, asked me to mention that Bent on Destruction, the hybrid of High Moon Book 3, is now out on Amazon for sale. Go get that shit. Apparently it's about witches and werewolves. Wait a minute. Sally said werewolves don't exist. Son of a bitch.
Tune in next week for another episode of the Private Journal of Bill the Vampire. Episode 17, Pus from a Tree. I'm Nick Santoro. It's been a privilege being your substitute narrator for the day. Thank you for listening to Fetherolf's Frequency.